Hi everyone, Adam here, and today we are going to be taking you through a stretching routine. This is not going to be very complex. This is more for like a deload or rest and recovery day to accent your normal week's training or after a workout if you still got the energy and the time. I'm going to be joined by my lovely wife, Rebecca, and let's go ahead and let's get to it. So gang, go ahead and take a shoulder width stance, reach your hands down for the ground, drop your chin, roll your ear to one side and then to the other. We're going to be doing this really gentle. I want you to reach for the ground so that you take any shrug that might be up in your shoulders and in your trapezius out. Reach to accentuate the stretch. Now, pick a side, hold your head there, and now play with the angle of your chin. Find the best angle for the best pleasant pull and hold for about 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, drop your chin and go the other way. And find the best angle. It might be the same, it might be different. Now reach on down and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop your chin down to your chest. Now lift your head sky high and down. You go head up and down gently, and you're breathing as you go. Go one more time up and down, and then center level it out. Turn it right to left. And you get everything. The name of the game is gentle, right? How about this too as a rule? How do you know if you have enough range of motion in your stretch? If it feels good, you're doing fine. You're doing it right. How about it? If there is a feeling of a pleasant pull, we're good. Okay, center up. Great. Okay, gang, so what we want to do is go a little bit soft in the knees and start with a gentle trunk rotation. So go ahead and look where you twist, lift your heels off the ground. And you want your arms about chest height. We do want that pivot in there because number one, we don't want anything to happen to our knees. But number two, if this is the only activity you're getting today, this will be a little bit of a core movement as well to keep you balanced. And time, side bends. Okay, Beck, let's go to our right. So we push and then we go the other way. Try to push your hip out. Push your hip out. You want to cast over the head, but focus mostly on the hip going out. If you look at your hand, it'll stop you from bowing forward. Okay, Beck, let's do doubles. So go 1, 2, other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Time. Okay, bring your feet together. Now, if you have a really hard time with your balance, you can separate the shoulder width. Otherwise, feet together for the core. Big breath in and bring your hands up. We're going to drop the right arm on your exhale. We're going to do a static version of what we just did. Push your hip way out. You can bring your chin to your shoulder to support your neck. Look at your palm and breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a breath in and come up. That'll help you recruit your muscles. And exhale the other way. Hip out. Eyes on your palm, chin to your shoulder. And let's breathe together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Breathe in and come up. And exhale, let them fall. Go a little wider with your legs. Chest expansion. Prayer stance. Inhale here, keep your shoulders relaxed. And then palms up and pull around. Try to keep your palms up the whole time. Try to keep your arms parallel to the ground, so you don't want to be here. You want to be here. You want to open the chest and the shoulders. Squeeze your back. Standing there like what? Or you're like Michael Jackson. Okay, bring your hands together. Wrap them and clasp them. Reach out, drop your chin, and reach as far as you can forward. So you really want to get a back stretch, shoulder stretch. Chest and stomach pull in, arms reach out. A few more seconds there. Okay, now soften your knees, take a big breath in and reach up, morning stretch. Pull. Do it one more time. Big breath in and pull. Oh, that's the stuff. Okay, now gang, if you haven't had any water, get a quick sip of water, and I want you to grab yourself a chair. Okay gang, so using our chair as an aid, what we're going to do is step back into a runner stretch. Now, once you get yourself established in your length, You want to focus on dropping the hips down and keep the front knee behind the toes. And you've probably seen this in some of our at-home workouts. Try to push your rear heel towards the ground and just breathe. Now again, you know, you're heating up the legs while you're doing this, which will help us when we get onto the ground. So we need to have a core temperature risen. We're just doing it mildly. Now, I want you to watch, and Beck, you could watch too, okay? We're gonna straighten out our leg, we're gonna push our hips back, and then we're gonna adjust as needed so we can drop down, but lift the chair and push it out. Now, what we're trying to do is keep our hips and shoulders square to the chair, get a front leg hamstring stretch, and get some hip stretch action, maybe even a little bit more for our arms and back. It is fine if you feel it through your armpits or your chest too. Oh, there goes some back pops. Oh. Okay, set the chair down. Chest comes up, bend your knee, walk up, switch it up, runner stretch on the other side. Drop your hips, push your rear heel down. Even if your rear heel can't touch the ground, mine can't, can yours? I mean, but we're stretching our calf and our hamstrings just by pushing it down. Drop the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, straighten your leg. Drop down, push your chair. Oh, how's that feel on your hamstring, Beck?
That's good. My tendency is to turn my hip out.
Yep, that rear hip, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep things squared up.
It feels really good on my back right now.
Yep, I love this one for my back. I'm so glad you said that. I always worry that not a lot of folks get the back benefit, but man, does it feel good. 3, 2, 1. Chair down, torso up, bend your knee, walk it on. Okay, so again, using your chair to help, and grab our foot, give a nice quadricep pull. Now, Beck, you keep on doing that. If you just can't do that one, gang, lying down on the ground, make sure you all can see. Grabbing your foot and pulling, totally great, totally great. Go ahead and do that.
That's what I
Relax on it. Yeah. That's what you look like on the beach. That's what you look like. I have photographic evidence. No. Go ahead and switch to the other side.
I never made this.
Yeah, you were drunk. Because you're always drunk.
Until you told me in the video you're drunk.
Oh, it started out serious and professional. Yeah. It's evolved into typical Adam and Becca. A and B equals C because you're crazy. Yeah, finish.
Are you calling me that right now?
No. Go ahead and release gang. Okay, so 2 different choices on this one. Beck's gonna show the one where you sit down. Okay, so. No. So what she's gonna do is sit, grab her leg, and you can either pull it or cross it and hold it to get a glute abductor stretch. What I'm going to do is mount my chair. Heck yeah. So I take my foot, put it in there sideways, adjust, and then drop my rear leg down. So obviously you got one that is a little more mild and one that's a little bit more break your hip. But again, if you feel good, then you're good.
You can do this one on a conference call.
Yes. Keep breathing. Now, this one here, Beck, do you feel a pleasant pull?
Oh, yes.
If you didn't, gang, you could always grab your knee and your foot and pull it up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. But remember, pleasant pull, that's what we're going for.
I am giving a little pressure to the knee, and I do have a slight lift of my foot.
Okay, sweetheart. So we have to give a little kiss, and then we do the other side.
Covered kiss.
That's part of it. That'll be really interesting for those of you at home, depending on if you're stretching with somebody or not. If you got a dog or a cat nearby, just kiss them. Oh.
What happens if you're just with a roommate?
Well, time to take that to the next level. Might have just helped you make that move you've been wanting to make, or get you evicted. Look, you gotta make up your own choices. Don't just do it because I tell you to do it, alright? How's it feel? Is one side tighter than the other?
The original side was tighter.
That's very common. Don't worry if that's the case. Was the original side non-dominant? Is it ambidextrous as you are?
It's actually my injured side.
Ah, well that would be a very legitimate reason.
My knee is injured, but that hip was tighter.
Got it. Okay, gang, let's go ahead and free ourselves. Okay, so now, Beck, I'm gonna be a little bit behind you. Gang, we go to the back of the chair, so come around this way, sweetie, and just move your chair up slightly. So maybe double shoulder width, maybe a little less than that, and lateral lunges are gonna alternate. You're gonna push your hip back and use the chair to help you balance. After a breath or two, go the other way, just keep switching. Trying to feel your stretch on your inner thigh. Feel good? Rebecca, feel good?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were asking them.
Yeah, hey, gang, how's it?
Hey, does that feel good?
Feel good?
It feels good to me. I'm very tired.
If you wanna go down real low, you can, but remember, you don't wanna get stuck down there. It's just about feeling that pleasant pull. So whatever you need, use that chair to help you stay balanced, use that chair to help you get up. Ooh. Okay, one more. And up. Okay, now gang, go ahead and take your chair. We can move it over to the side. Okay, gang, take a hand, doesn't matter which hand. Grab your wrist, the opposite wrist. Pull a chicken wing, drop your chin, roll your head towards the chicken wing. Oh, so we try to hit everything at least twice. So hitting the neck again, now that we've done some exercises to get ourselves warm and loose and kind of get the kinks out, it's nice to just accentuate the stretch. Now you can feel it in your neck, your shoulder, your trapezius area, okay? Chin up. That's how you get through life, man, just keep your chin up. Is that the secret? Just keep your chin up. That's all you gotta do. Drop your chin down. Oh, this is the one for me. With the chin down.
I thought you were talking about me for a moment.
Yeah. Holy cow. Gang, those of you watching, someone just walked out in front of the gym and let out this huge burp. Oh boy, I hope we got that on the microphone. Drop your chin. Switch. Pull the other way. No one's there. Drop and
No one's there. Did it go through?
no, some wino walking by. It's probably your father.
That's definitely something my father would do.
Chin up. Uh-oh.
The dog came out of the box.
Hey,
Hey,
DOG, come say
Did you
hi.
wake up? We didn't leave you.
Chin down.
Oh, downward dog stretch.
Come here, D.
Hi. Oh, you just waking up. You stumbling around. Come stretch with us.
Drop your chin to your chest. Head up. Okay, about double shoulder width. You plug in, breathe in, you swan dive because it'll recruit your back as you descend. Lift your hips and look up. Look up until you can't look up anymore, and that's when you should be able to come to the ground. Gang, if you need something to rise up on and you have a yoga block, use it. Otherwise, books work really well. So do fingertips and fists, okay? Now, depending on how you feel, we want to keep our toes slightly in, hips up, legs as straight as we can, although I know that can be very difficult, so bending the knees is fine, but if you can straighten them out more, straighten. Drop your chin. Now, if you feel like you got balance, bend your elbows. If you feel like you're pretty limber, cross your arms, put your forehead to your forearms, and just hang out.
This feels really good in my upper back too.
Yep. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Want to say hi to everybody at home? You're a good boy. Okay, gang. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your knees. Bring your heels in, toes out. Push your forearms on your inner knees. Sit down. We call this sit and split, okay? Now you just want to continuously push. Again, if you do our other workouts, you've seen this in just about every warm-up. And if you feel really good and limber, you can rock left to right like I am. Just create different dynamic angles to get those hips to feel really good and stretched out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, push with your legs a bit, enough that you can bring your thighs together. Little rounded back hammies, okay? Get your bearings, and then hips up, And if you need to, you can connect your hands to your quadriceps or your shin bones. Otherwise, you can free hang. And if you're really limber, you can lift your toes and crawl under your toes with your fingers and pull up a bit. See if you can bring your chin down. Okay, here's your countdown. It's going to be slow. I want you to breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're breathing. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Roll up nice and gentle. One part of your spine at a time. And let's have a seat. DLG, come here. Okay, gang. Both feet out in front. Curl your toes a bit. Reach up nice and high. Big breath in. Cast yourself forward. Now, for me, I'm usually pretty tight at the start of a stretch, and then I loosen up throughout by just giving a good, sustained hold. So it's a static stretch, but you gotta hold it. You can't be in and out. Be it for about a minute. For our viewers who are cat lovers, we have a cat too. Her name is Cleo. She's named after the fish, Geppetto's fish in Pinocchio. We have a bird too. His name is Bert. Becca named him that because if you say it with a British accent, it sounds like butt. Bit. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we have fish too. So it's not just all about DOG. Although he's my favorite.
Not you, she's looking you.
Ease out. Take a leg, pull it in, open your hips, reach up, take a big breath in, get a little thoracic extension, come on over. Try to get two hands involved even if they don't go very far because you'll stretch out your lats with that second hand, that rear hand. Big breathing, gang. This is you time, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to take a mini vacation from the worries and the stresses and the to-dos of daily life. And then when this is over, maybe you feel a little bit better when you go back to dealing with whatever you gotta deal with on your to-do list. 15 seconds now. Ease out. Let's switch it up. Once you're set, big stretch, cast it over. Hey, come on. Hey, where's your box? You go inside your box. All right, make sure we do our best.
Hello.
30 seconds left, buddy. Big breaths, 2 more big breaths, in fact. Ease out. Okay, so back, let's put our left leg out, right leg over, right hand behind our back, so same side as the leg that crosses. You can take a breath in here and insert. You want constant pressure on your leg, and we want the hand that's behind our back to help keep our posture up. And then we look and press continuously. Here's your countdown, gang. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, body. Hands get free, leg gets free. I'm gonna switch it up. Cross over the foot first. That same side hand is behind your back, helping your posture. Other side inserts, constant pressure, constant twisting and looking. Let's
I'm not able to do it that way. I have to wrap my hand around my...
restricted range of motion. You feel it in your back or your ribs?
I can't pull my... I feel like a nice stretch here if I do this, but I don't get it when I do that.
That's a fine alternative then to grab on the outside. If anyone else feels they get more benefit out of the glutes or their range of motion prohibits them from inserting the arm, go ahead and grab to the outside. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease out. Okay, a little sit and split, gang. So, kick your legs out to the left and the right as best as you can. I'll elevate myself. Okay, so a little bit of rocking. Beck, the progression is your palms first. You see how you feel. If you feel good, try to put your elbows, forearms down.
Oh.
That feels good. Try to put your forehead down. Yeah, that's your progression. So palms, elbows.
Get the palms on the ground.
Yep. Here we go, gang.
Dang, boy. Look at you.
Used to be a lot better. Gotta work at it. Gang, it's a very tough stretch, and a lot of times you just can't get past the hamstrings to get enough on the adductors, but that's okay because we're going to have a frog stretch too that'll help to emphasize the inner thighs. Okay, so put your hands behind your hips, pull your butt back to your hands once, that'll bring the thighs in, do it again, hands back, pull your butt in again. Okay, Beck, let's recline, roll to your right quadriceps from the ground. Grab and pull. Now, if you already did this as an alternative to when we were up on the chair, that's okay. Let's get some more quad action. And you can make an arm pillow if you want and lay on it. Stretching must be working. You and I have settled down on that.
It's true, I feel more chill now. Look at me. Murky colors. Maybe that's the secret to a lasting marriage, daily stretching.
Release. Let's roll to the other side.
Nice butt.
Same deal. Let's go. We'll try to have a straight line from your hip to your knee. You're really limber. Don't pull and crank your leg around the front of your hip. Just straight back to your butt with your heel. Hopefully it feels good, gang. Okay, buddy, so hands and knees, little cat and cow. So straight line, shoulder to palm, hip to knee. Your arms are shoulder width, your knees are hip width. Flatten your back level, and then on the count of 3, exhale with me. Your head comes up, your hips come up, and we'll do cow. 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. Big cat stretch, rounded back. Shin tucks in. Oh, shoulder blades up high. Take a breath in, back to cow, exhale. Hopefully it feels a little better this time. Your sit bones go up to the sky. Shins up, drop your stomach down. 3, 2, breathe in. 1, exhale, cat again. Back up nice and high. neutral. Frog stretch. You can keep your feet under, knees go out. You can start tall, you know, on your hands. You assess how your hips feel. Go forearms. You can even lie down. If you choose to lie down, you got to try to keep your hips down. So the rule is, as knees go out, hips go down instead of butt going up. Try to breathe steadily and just relax. Now you have a dedicated adductor stretch. So there's no hamstrings, right? Now it can get just a little uncomfortable on sometimes people's knees, and sometimes your foot could cramp, your leg could cramp, especially if you're not used to this stretch. Usually when something is very tight, like our inner thighs, especially on guys, we tend to avoid those areas. You should actually do the opposite. You should try to address them. But if it's been avoided for a long time, this is probably a very challenging pose. So if you need to get out, crawl forward like you're in the army, military crawl. What it'll do is take your body weight off of your joints and your thighs and allow your legs to not only straighten, but thighs will come together. If you push back and try to lift out of it, all of your body weight is crashing down while you're in this pose, and you're probably going to have a higher likelihood of making yourself feel worse or getting hurt. Let's crawl forward. Weight comes off the joints, thighs come together. Okay, little cobra. Hands go to the ribs, squeeze your butt. Anytime you do a back bend, you squeeze your butt to support your lumbar. Push up. Now you could stop at any point, but if you have great range of motion, your back doesn't hurt, push your chest out and lift your chin up. If at any point your back is causing you pain, don't do this. Just lift a little. And again, if your back feels safe, you can twist a little to the left and the right. Now, I like doing that for the hip and oblique benefit. Your hips. So for our back, have your thumbs close enough to touch, stick them to your ground, and then sit on your heels and create a pull for your lats. Forehead down. Okay, come off your heels. Now separate your hands. If right where your hands were is 12, go to 2 and 10, make a V. And this is for more of a chest emphasis. Sit back, drop your forehead, see if you can feel it in your armpits and your chest.
Get the tension out of my forehead and ground here. Feels good.
Come up. Okay, gang, a little pigeon. Now, we're gonna bring a leg up, fold it in front, and try to put our pelvis over our ankle. You can put your hands on the ground or on fists. You can get yoga blocks or, like I said before, books to get you higher up. Your rear leg wants to try to line up with your hips and become as straight as possible. If you can, put your hands on your leg and your foot and bring your chest out. And this is where, again, books or a yoga block could really help you out. Square up as best you can. Let's sit in on our glute. Let's also stretch our back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, lie over. Some of you may not get very far, but if you can lie down, go ahead and lie down. 30 seconds here. We're almost done, buddies. Okay, so you can sit onto your glute and swivel. Becca did it with the plank, which is great. Line everything up with your hips. If possible, hands on your legs. Otherwise, use your books, yoga blocks, something to elevate you up. Shoulders square, hips square. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're breathing. 3, 2, swivel our feet to the front so we can recline back. Want to lie all the way back. Back, start with your right side. We're going to pull our knee up. Give a nice little hip opening stretch. We're going to cross it over and hold it with our left. Outstretch our right palm down. Look your head towards that hand. I'll give you a little more space there, sweetie.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. We're going to be here for a whole minute per side, Gabe. DLG, come here. Okay, Gabe. Other side. You might feel your neck with your head turned, your bicep with your arm out, your chest with your arm out, but it's a lower back stretch, right? You might get some glute activation, but we really want to hit the lower back. So it's nice to do it lying down so everything can just disengage. Let's get you set, and let's work. Okay, gang. So rest on your back. I'm going to stand up. You go ahead and you just listen. So I want you to lie however you're most comfortable, my friends. So my friends, if you're most comfortable on your back, you want your legs bent like Becca has, or your legs straight, arms out to the side or on your chest, it's all good. You could lie on your side and curl up like you're in bed. You could lie on your front. Sit up, put your back against the wall. Whatever is best for you as far as finding a relaxing posture. I want you to breathe in really deep, breathe out nice and slow. Be about a 4 to 6 second count total to breathe in and breathe out. I want to remind you of your 9 mastery mindsets, just a quick overview. We have I can, I will. I bring value to all my relationships. I deflect negative energy. I hold myself to a higher standard than others hold me to. I remain calm in challenging situations. I have so much to be grateful for. I am aware that my attitude affects everything in my life. I am friendly on purpose. I maintain an optimistic perspective. Gang, which one of those resonates the most with you? Why don't we focus on just that while we're breathing? I want to tell you that you did a good job today, whatever you had to do in your day. Now, if your day is just beginning, you're going to do fine because I know you're going to do your best. If this is at the end of your work day, man, I know you did your best. I know it. And I want you to know I'm proud of you. And if people were decent to you, that's great. But if someone was not the nicest, something happened that didn't make you feel valued or appreciated, I'm sorry. But I want you to know
that just because that happened, it doesn't mean that you don't have value, and it doesn't mean that people don't still love you. And I appreciate you, and thank you for doing this stretch with us. We hope we made it fun for you. Now I want you to just listen to the music, breathe for about 60 seconds, and we'll call it.